Good morning, guys. It's about 5:30 here in India in the Himalayan mountains. Today is day 2 of our trek, our 10-day trek. Day 1 was yesterday, obviously. I was going to do a video blog yesterday, last night, but it was just too dark. We got in super late because we were a little behind schedule. I just want to recap yesterday's events, and then I'll recap today's events at the end of the day when we reach camp, because we're supposed to reach camp a little bit earlier, so the sun won't be down. We'll be able to video entry it. So yesterday was pretty interesting. We woke up in Vishist, if I'm saying that right. Then we started, packing everything up with the crew, and then we started our drive to where we started, like the base camp, I guess you'd call it. The drive was crazy. The roads aren't very good here, as you guys can see in the footage. It's very shaky. There's about 20 people with us on this trek. About 8 of them are porters, which are the people that carry all the tents and the sleeping bags and all the food. It's kind of hard to see them carry everything like that. You want to help them really badly, but you're carrying your own pack. They're carrying so much. You guys will see that in the footage. I'm not used to it. I'm not used to having somebody carry my tent and food and all that for me. So Jake and I are kind of wrapping our heads around it. We hiked about maybe 5 miles yesterday, not a whole lot. It was just very incline, and then it would kind of go smooth incline, but it was absolutely breathtaking. The waterfalls were gorgeous, out of this world. It's a really cool camp. Oh, there's tons of people camping here. There's different layers of campsites, and tons of tents, and people I think live up here for a while, long periods of time. And the best part about this campsite is there's a hot spring, and the hot spring is so cool. Oh my gosh, it is the coolest thing I've ever been in. It was very magical. I almost wanted to start crying, because it was just do I deserve this? Is this really something that I'm doing? I'm here in the Himalayan mountains in this hot spring, overlooking this massive mountain. I mean, it is so big. It is so big. It is so beautiful, and the sun was going down, and you're sore from walking and carrying the packs, and you just dip into this hot spring, and it's just it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Girls on one side, guys on the other side, because it's very spiritual. It's a very spiritual, sacred place. One more thing, you guys have to check out the view that we have from our tent. Here, check it out. What'd you get?
Homemade lunchboxes for a few hours from now.
Feet print sound like raindrops.
Yeah. Alright, Nicole and I are starving, and we found this mossy rock in the middle of the forest. And we have lunch boxes packed for us, which you thought are really cute.
Yeah, that was really cute.
Juice box.
Juice box.
Packing out our trash, of course. So they look like right here. Oh, there's a Kit Kat in there. Damn it. Kit Kat is definitely not vegan. But this rock is pretty sweet with all the moss. Check it out. What's inside the tinfoil?
Paella. And then they also wrapped up some salt and some seasoning.
Do they call it paella in India?
I have no idea.
They said everybody else got eggs, but the vegan people, which is Nicole and I, got potatoes. You want to go together?
Yeah, let's go together.
All right, hands.
Let's do this.
Let's do it. Is it gonna hold us? How's our little adventure here going?
Amazing.
How's the oxygen treating you? Nicole, look.
Am I safe?
We have so much help on this hike, which is making us feel a little bit uncomfortable because we're used to being in control of our own stuff.
Yeah.
Not in control, just responsible for our own stuff. But you kind of gently assisted setting up this tent by making sure the orientation was right.
Well, I had a view in mind, and I was like, that's going to be our view. And I've set up a tent tons and tons of times. So I was like, can I set this tent up? And they're like, yeah. So, yeah. But then they ended up taking over and finishing it. So check out our view.
Okay, in our tent, cheers.
Cheers.
Black tea. And what else did they bring us?
Like rice puffs.
Yeah.
Treats.
Little snacky snacks. Snacky snacks.
Snacky snacks.
This is so amazing. These little rice chips, salty, oily.
Puffball thingies.
I love them. And this tea is so good. You can tell it's like black chai tea with like some sugar in it. It's good. This trip was hard for Nicole and I because we are doing this 10-day trek off the grid for 10 days after doing 5 months in a backpack on our own around the world. So normally if we do like a backpacking trek, Nicole and I, can be at home, we can base up, we can like strategize, get lots of snacks, delicious food, and pack it accordingly and set out. But this was like, we went from Greece, island, to Greece, to India, to bus, to trek. We're relying on these guys for our food, and we're starving. We're hungry. So these were incredible. Can't wait for dinner tonight because dinner last night was really good.
Yes.
Roti.